I don't think most of us appreciate how weird it is that the internet is quickly killing Christianity as a religion. I mean, we have the data. When I was a child in the 80s and 90s, 90% of America identified as Christian, and the people who did not have any religious affiliation were in single digits. You could go years without ever meeting one of these people, depending on where you lived. The internet becomes widespread right around here, and the rate at which people say they have no religious affiliation skyrockets to the point that it's now almost a third of the population. And you see the line of Christians up here, that has plummeted all the way down into the low 60s. And this happened overnight. Like, in a country this size, this kind of thing doesn't happen. Like, historically, this doesn't happen unless another country has taken over and made their religion mandatory by law. And while other things did happen in the 90s that could help drive the trend, like the end of the Cold War, more people going to college, the primary driver appears to be internet use. As for why the internet would have this effect, feel free to speculate. Nobody knows. We do know that there's a political element. Liberals are leaving religion faster than conservatives. And these days there's a little bit of a gender gap. Young women are leaving at record rates. But almost every argument we're having in politics these days is downstream of this, even though people don't say it directly. And some will say we have seen this before. With the invention of the printing press, it changed everything. The massive social changes that happened in the United States in the 1960s do not happen without television becoming widespread in the 1950s. But if history remembers that the invention of the internet did this and absolutely nothing else, that alone would make it one of the most impactful inventions in the history of the species. So now let me ask you, did you find your own religious belief changing since you got online?